Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone podcast. My name is Kathy. There appears to be a bit of a mystery as to the status of the trial in the Idaho4 defamation case that we have been reporting on, styled as Schofield versus Guillard. This has been pending in federal court in Idaho since December of 2022. In August of 2025, the federal judge, Judge Patrico, entered an order, it's document number 100, and it set certain specific hard deadlines. One being the 4-day jury trial was scheduled to commence per that trial order on the 24th of February. That trial order also set 2 pre-trial conferences, one via Zoom, February 5th, and the second in person in Boise at the federal courthouse, February 23rd. However, before everything else, the judge wrote the following in the court order: that the parties shall notify the court on or before January 30th, 2026, if the case is settled or if it's definitely going to trial. And that's something that will frequently be included. Hey, if the case is settled, let the court know, because the court needs to prepare for a jury trial. 4 days need to be set aside. Space in the courthouse needs to accommodate jurors coming into a courtroom for the presentation of evidence before the judge, for everything else that happens during a jury trial. Well, we've been checking the docket because of the court's language on or before January 30th for this status report, and there wasn't anything noted on the docket up to and including yesterday when we last checked, which was the day of the hard deadline, January 30th. Nothing on the federal court docket. We've just checked it today. This is 1 day after the deadline, the 31st of January, and there's still nothing on the court docket. So this is a little bit of an unusual situation because the parties have in the past been court ordered to submit joint status reports, and they did. Even if, just say, one side was trying to put together this status report, trying to contact the other side maybe was not responding, one would imagine that at least a report of some kind would have been filed by one of the parties to advise the court of what was going on. And in looking at the docket, it also should be noted that this case has been relatively quiet. Neither side has filed anything in the case since October. That was the last time that the plaintiff was heard from, when she filed a document, a motion, in late October. Is there a possibility that a status report is sitting in the queue somewhere, that there's been some sort of a glitch with the federal online reporting system and docket? A possibility. We're going to look at the docket come Monday of next week to see if there's anything from the parties, or at least one of the parties, advising the court what's going on with the trial. Until next time, this is Kathy. Thank you very much for joining us here today.